EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
They begin with a run by Miller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this throw caught left side. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Option handoff here to Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Stroud now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing, Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Jones. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11. 21, 21, 21. 11, 11.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. They set up the screen to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
That is caught by Dell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11.
third down. Jones. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
21.
Jones now throwing on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So they opted to run the ball there on 3rd down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football and they pick up the first down. Give that man a ton of credit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mims in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Perine. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Samaje Perine, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So after a scoreless first quarter, our first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, how about how he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Ready?
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They set up the screen to Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, here's Stroud. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The throwing again is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That's caught again by Schultz. Now the Texans are earning the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's broken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Miller is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They've not done much of anything in this first half, but here they put all the pieces together, and they get the score right before the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 7 now as they kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's got some space here. He's to the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kendre Miller with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 84 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 43 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Jones will try and run with it. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Mac Jones. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. Here's Miller on the read option. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kendre Miller with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Chubb will get the call, running left, powers through it, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Jones, looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now running. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Now help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Miller. And shedding through the tackle. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Stroud. And this one's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Now left side on the swing pass. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up second down. Inside handoff now, Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not.
Touchdown, Houston. Kendre Miller, 34 yards. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
21, 21, 21.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. He's going to have the first down and then some. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Let's go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here's 2nd down. Now Jones. Caught by Dulcich. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 73 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Texans 28, Broncos 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. and probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 21. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Moore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it.